Alright, what's up, everybody? There's not a lot of there's a couple events going on where you can get a lot of free, not free. You're gonna pay to get to the event, but once you get in there, it's basically free because you can play as much as you want. But you want to be able to kind of maximize your fun and maximize the speed at which you can move through these games, and so you want a good deck. I played this event with a couple of different decks. Not this event, the previous one. But I've tested this deck a couple times, and it's pretty good. In fact, I've got two different versions of this deck. So this is the second version. I think it's an upgraded version of this deck that I'm running. So anyways, the idea is that it has to be an alchemy-based Singleton deck. So you can't have too many of this crazy cards, but you can have some good solid cards, and you're basically going to be running not exclusively rare and legendary cards, but you're going to be running a lot of them. So you'll see I have that's uncommon, that's rare, but the idea behind this deck is that you want to be gaining life, you want to run enough blockers so that you can survive any kind of rush, and you can get your big cards out, and then you can just kind of stay ahead of the curve until you grow big enough to outlast your opponent. So that's what this deck does. It does pretty well. Now there are a few decks that counter it. There's no deck that's going to be just going to counter every other deck, and it's I won't say it's land proof, but the land is pretty good, and it doesn't take a lot to move the deck forward. There are a few cards that kind of break the system, because in Singleton it's hard for them to rely on getting rid of specific cards. So like getting rid of artifacts, getting rid of enchantments, getting rid of like this enchantment right here, Sigarda Splendor. You get it on the battlefield, man. Your draw, you draw so many cards. You get Cosmos Elixir on the battlefield. You draw and gain life. It's crazy how much. And of course, Book of Exalted Deeds is broken, and it's super broken when you combine it with something like Faceless Haven. I mean, if you can sack Exalted Deeds and put it on Faceless Haven, unless they've got land destruction, they lose the game, and you can never lose. So I mean, it never really comes to that, because the deck itself kind of has a better engine than to let something get out of hand like that. But so the best way to really showcase the deck is play it, and you can see it. I'll put it in the description, so you can just copy and paste it right into your game if you want to try it out. Oh, I forgot to claim that prize. Shattered Seraph. All right. Anyways, oh, I'm playing the wrong version. I'm playing the old version. You can see the old version. It's only like 5 card differences. I'll play the other one next. You can actually use either one. I think the newer one's a little bit more streamlined, but this should work fine. I mean, you get stuff like Cleric out pretty early, and you gain life pretty regularly. I just need to draw cards and not more land. So it's got this event has the connive thing, where one of your creatures, when it attacks, it's going to connive. So it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I'll wait and see if this opponent gets something big, and then I'll use that. So obviously we go with the Cleric early. Oh, we use the same pet. Black Lotus. Is he running counters, I wonder? I think I took this one out in the other version of the deck. It's just it's got lifelink, so it's pretty good actually. I don't think I did. And I mean, one of the goals of this deck is to gain so much life that you kind of outpace your opponent's ability to hurt you. Draw creatures. Draw creatures. Alright. Got some zombies. can't cast this yet. Should I go with that? Can't cast that either. Huh. Do I go with something I can cast, get land, or see? I think I want to draw land, so let's just sit on this. I'm definitely not going to get rid of any of those cards, so we'll get rid of those. Get rid of that. That means I don't get a +1/+1 on my creature, but I don't want to dump any of these three. Now I can't use this next turn, but at least I'll have white mana, so eventually I can cast this. I'll just pump this guy. Nope, can't pump that either. That's 2 turns away. So like I'm not too super concerned about taking some damage early, because like this deck just gains life. I mean, that's what it does well. If it gets out of hand, I just kill it or confine it. Oh, it ninja'd out. I like it. Okay, that's another card I can get out. So is he trying to pump with that? Let's attack. Connive. I think I'm just going to race. I'm just going to race. I'm not going to let it pump this. Maybe he can counter it. Good. If he counters it, all the better. Counter it. Oh, well. Unlikely he's going to throw out a vampire. Unlikely. But if he does, okay. I don't have any grave. Actually, I do. I have one card that could get something to the graveyard. Alright, so let's go Book of Exalted Deeds. Nah. I don't think so. Like, the life total can get out of hand pretty fast if he doesn't pressure me. And then there's a few cards in there that just break the game open. He can connive and bring this to 3/4, which I won't block. He should definitely attack, because I'm not going to block. Unless he connives and throws out a land. That was a mistake. Oh my god, that is a good card. Wish I had one more land to toss. Yeah, this game's so over. Alright, that wasn't a great example, because that was not a good deck that I was playing against. I was about to start hitting like the 60 to 70 mark on land or on life. All right, let's get that. Sure, play. Can I not change my deck? I should have changed my deck. Let me change to the new and improved version. Yeah, here we go. There we go. A little slow, but whatever. It is what it is. Got some control early, which is unusual because I don't have a whole lot of control in there. I've got 3 board control cards. Don't know if I care about that. I don't care about that. Instead, if you just discard a card this turn, transform it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Rabble Rousing can get out of hand pretty fast. Now this is an interesting card because you can fetch a lot of crazy stuff with this card, the Pyre of Heroes. I need to draw land. Land. I'll portal that. Portal hole this thing. I'm not sure actually. I might use that for conniving. Nope. Land. Control dies. That's interesting. Alright, I'm definitely casting this. I don't want to get rid of this card. I don't want to sack that card. I'm going to just attack with this. See if I get it. Well, I don't want to get rid of that card either. Portable hole, you got to go. Just in case things get wild, I will put that to the side. What to do? What to do? I need to draw one more land. I need to draw a forest. A forest would be very nice. Though anything would be good. Okay. I don't think I care about taking the damage. Like, I can wipe the board. He gets too much out. Alright, so now the question is, do I attack and then wipe the board and use Rabble Rousing and Maja to build back up? Or which way do I go with this? Which way do I go with this? That's my wife texting. Maybe attack with one more. So, like, I can go big with this. I think I'll see if I can just outrun him. Yeah. He can block me once. I don't think he wants to, though. If he tosses out a bunch of creatures, I think I'm going to board white. Just if he touches it, I don't know. I don't know exactly how much I would need. Six, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think I'll board white. I just get low enough, it doesn't really matter. I'll just board white. That works. I made a mistake there, I should have attacked. Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, that's matter. My wife is blowing up my phone. Oh, actually, no, that's bad. I messed up. I didn't think this thing would survive. That was stupid. Alright, well, you win some, lose some. And I misplayed. I should have attacked that turn anyways. My wife texting the hell out of me is blowing up my phone because she's chilling at a swim meet. Alright, so answering phones and playing does not work well. And that was a weird game where I got almost none of my early game stuff. Even though the deck is chock full of early game. All right, this is pretty good. So I would like to throw this out, but I want to get something on the board early. Alright, that's just a vigilance card. If he connives, I won't block, obviously. Land. Draw land. No attack. So I need to get something to get rid of. So Vigilance Connive is a pretty good deal. Yeah, I don't really care what he takes there. Not really. I need to gain. I don't have hardly any of my life stuff. Pyre of Heroes is what he fears. I'm gonna take this. He has a really good early game draw. I do not. My early game draw is poor. Choose attackers. Oh, there we go. Alright, so the trick here is I want to connive, for sure. Get it up to 3. Boom. He should not block. So I need a couple more bonuses on this guy, and then he's Vigilance. All right. He good gamed me. He must have something awesome. What's he gonna do to do 16 points of damage? It's kind of a go hard or go home kind of situation. So, like, he can do 7 damage now. I mean, yeah, I drew like shit, but he didn't know that when he said good game. Like, I've got all high casting cost stuff. It's not a big decision, dude. Let's see. Any way out of this? I need to gain life. Nah. I'm not gonna get enough. Not enough to pop this guy up to 5. That's that. That was a very preemptive. All right, my wife is blowing up my phone. I gotta go.